Hey guys, Golden here, and welcome back to another Fortnite Mobile update video. Today, in this video, we're going to be going over a massive battle versus the console community and the mobile community. Super intense stuff. The Fortnite guy actually got a ton of hate from us mobile players due to this drama, which I'll explain why later in the video. And finally, we got our platform-specific tournaments back. Super exciting video we got here today, so be sure to watch to the very end to make sure you get all the news. But before we get into the news, if you're new to my channel and want to stay up to date with everything going on with Fortnite Mobile, remember to go down below and subscribe with those post notifications on. And also, if you want to support everything I do for you guys, a reminder, you can use code GOLDEN before every single purchase in the Fortnite item shop. And guys, I know it's on everyone's mind, so I'm just going to quickly go over it. The coronavirus is extremely big right now, so please be very careful by washing your hands, doing all that stuff. If you don't wash your hands with hot water for 20 seconds, you are at risk. And also, cover your mouth if someone's coughing. Be very, very careful because this is a very intense time. I know I'm a Fortnite Mobile news channel, but I think it's very important to let you guys know to be very safe against the coronavirus. So all I ask from you guys is to simply stay safe. Before hitting that like button, I want you guys to all wash your hands and then hit that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Anyways, going back to the Fortnite video, I've officially made a Fortnite mobile and console Pracord. So if you want to play in some insane, hopefully stacked scrims are kind of dead right now, but if we can get some of you guys to join, we are trying to get some insanely stacked mobile and console scrims. I'm probably going to start hosting customs either today or tomorrow, so please join to get a chance to play with me and all the other top mobile and console players. I'll go more over it a little more later in the video, but just wanted to let you guys know. But either way, without any further ado, you guys know I don't want to waste you guys' time, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the mobile news. Heading straight on into the first topic, tournaments have finally made a return, and I'm talking like the platform cups, almost platform specific FNCS, etc. Now, as you all know, about a month ago, Fortnite stopped hosting platform cups and honestly overall tournaments as a whole, and they haven't really kept us updated much either. So overall, Fortnite competitive has been very confusing recently in my opinion. Now, competitive is kind of what keeps games alive, so for Fortnite to completely stop hosting tournaments, it's a very big deal for different video games. But finally, Epic announced tournaments basically returned. So about a week ago, out of nowhere, Epic announced the brand new competitive return on Fortnite.com and also made a quick video explaining the new competitive series. And they explained it super well. I'm sure most of you guys have seen it, but I'm going to quickly roll it for those of you who have not seen it yet because I'm not that good at explaining this kind of stuff.
Hello agents, I'm here to brief you on the next season of FNCS. This season will feature duos, so you need to find another player to watch your back. There will be 2 tournament tracks, one for players on PC and one for players on console and mobile. Each track will have equal prizing, their own champions, and more opportunities to win. Keep in mind, and this is mission critical, your duos partners need to be in the same platform group. This means that PC players cannot partner with console or mobile players. If you're new to the FNCS or need a refresher on how qualifying works, here's the intel. First, secure access to FNCS by reaching Champion League in Arena. Every week, top scoring teams in each server region claim their spot in the playoffs. After the weekly spots are filled, we take the remaining top duos from the series leaderboard to fill out the rest of the playoffs. So whether you claim your spot during the weekly qualifiers or grind your way to the top of the season leaderboard, there are multiple paths to becoming a champion. Finally, don't forget that with every new season, hype resets, so drop into the arena and build up that hype. For more details, see the briefing in the blog. Good luck agents, until next time, we'll see you on the battle bus. End transmission.
Super insane updates are doing at comp. Mobile and console are now actually going to be competing against each other in competitive. And I don't mean controller on PC, I mean literally Xbox and PS4 players with 60 FPS. Keep in mind also to play in this tournament, you have to be in champ, so make sure you guys are all grinding arena right now. But going back to the fact that we're actually going to be facing console, this is a crazy matchup. Mobile players, in my opinion, are about the same as the average controller player at building and overall mechanics. But when it comes to endgame and aim, I feel like controller is overall better in that setting, but mainly because of aim assist. And now this FNCS tournament is a very big deal. $44,000 are on the line for first place. place. And that amount of money is life-changing for anyone, and I'll actually show you all the prizing and such. And as you can see, so much money is on the line for this tournament. Ducky actually tweeted saying, weekly plus finals prizing structure. Free money for mobile. Ducky here actually thinks the tournament is going to be free money. However, in my opinion, this is not going to be free money, which I'll explain why in just a bit. But first, let's go over what I'm sure most of you guys care about, the return of the mobile-only tournaments. And yes, guys, they are back every single Wednesday. However, the prize pool is unfortunately significantly smaller. For East, $500 for first, $400 for second, and so on and so forth. And for the biggest region, EU, first is $800 and so on and so forth. And the reason these prize pools are smaller now is because Epic is now actually splitting the tournaments into two, Ghost and Shadow. But anyways, moving on, after mobile and console got announced they were going to be playing in the same lobbies, this caused a lot of tension in the community. Tons of mobile players were getting very confident, just overall basically saying console players were nowhere near the scale of mobile. For example, Flash saying, if anyone thinks 60 FPS console players are going to be placing higher than the best mobile players, you're funny. Now, statements like these understandably got the console community mad, and then this big whole console versus mobile situation got very intense. Tons of arguments happen on Twitter, and I'm not going to show all of them, but to summarize, a bunch of mobile players were calling console players bots and free 50 bots and such, and console players were basically saying the same back. So mobile and console overall don't really like each other at the moment, simply because we called each other trash. But with all of this, now the big question is, who is better, mobile or console? Which is why I made my new scrim server. Now, if you haven't joined yet, go join with the link in the description and verify your account when you join. This server only allows console and mobile at the moment, so if you're looking to get some insane practice and some pro scrims, be sure to go join the Discord down below. But anyways, another concern with this mobile and console path, most mobile players, or at least competitive mobile players, only have like 60 FPS. And of course, all console players have 60 FPS, which in some of these stacked competitive endgames, it's of course going to be a very big problem. Massive pros like even Mongrel mentioned this, saying, is console and mobile even going to function in FNCS Grand Finals? I swear they will literally be on 3 FPS. Now, for console and 60 FPS mobile players, this is very true. Depending on your device, these endgames are going to get very laggy. Now, of course, not 3 FPS, but likely around like 30 to 40 FPS. And now with like 35 to 40 player moving zones, I know on 120 FPS, you could get like 80 to 100 frames. However, I'm super worried about 60 FPS players. But anyways, then the Fortnite guy actually got involved in this drama. Not even meaning to, but he tweeted saying, I'm genuinely frightened by what endgame console lobbies with 40 plus in FNCS duos is gonna look like. Console players don't even scrim, so we don't have any idea what it's gonna look like. It's so bad on PC right now, and I can't even imagine what console will look like. Now, the Fortnite guy has a fair point here, but I'm sure you guys can see why people got mad over this tweet. Well, honestly, I couldn't really see it, but specifically the mobile community, and that's because the Fortnite guy is completely leaving out mobile. And he's really only talking about how console is going to be facing these issues, and as I just explained, mobile also has its issue, and for the Fortnite guy to only mention console players and only expressing his concern for them, I don't think it's really fair to us mobile players who have to probably deal with this even worse. It makes the community obviously feel bad for the console players and feel like, oh my god, poor console players, it's gonna be so hard for them to play endgames, but people aren't realizing it's gonna probably be even worse for mobile. But it wasn't only this tweet that got the community mad. The Fortnite guy also made a video which included this topic and how bad scrims are going to be for console players. Now, I'm not going to play a clip since I don't want to get copy striked. However, just looking at the title, you can see he's just saying console players are in big trouble, not at all mentioning mobile in the video. Now, I don't really think this is that big of a deal, but the mobile community disagreed, and many of the top players were completely bashing the Fortnite guy, including Misty God saying, the Fortnite guy, why do you cut the mobile community from your videos? We are a part of the console tournaments and you're signing console players, but once you see the leaderboard, you'll see the skill gap between mobile players and console. And I have a whole community to vouch. So here Missy's basically just saying that we're better than console and that he should also report on us, not just console. But also huge content creators in the scene like Lil Grin said, why do people say that only console players have a big prize pool? Then people like the Fortnite guy and It's Jarian, who are CCs I like, always exclude mobile. And Kangana will only recruit console. So as you can see, he also isn't happy at the fact these CCs are completely ignoring mobile and only going over console, since likely most of their viewers are console, which is definitely understandable, but again, the community is not happy about it. Now to be fair, again, I don't really think this is that big of a deal at all. The Fortnite guy just simply didn't mention mobile, which is of course sad for us, but even if he did mention us, I don't think anything would have really changed. Now, the Fortnite got a lot more involved in this drama later on, which we'll talk about more in just a bit. Before we go over that, let me quickly explain where this whole console versus mobile drama actually became, like, big. Now, the Fortnite guy just uploaded a video a little bit ago about this whole drama situation, so most of you probably heard that by now. But basically, there's this console practice server called Console Practice Server, and they invited a ton of pro mobile players to it, including people like Wilson, Unreal, and just basically all the mobile pros. And to get into the server, you needed to have placed top 10 in a tournament, so this server had a ton of pros. Now, mobile players and console players were practicing in this for a couple days until I guess like the console players got mad that we were in the server and they basically kicked all of us. Roll it.
Bro, you know what we should do?
What?
Maybe we just ban all the mobile players so we don't give them endgame practice, so then they're gonna suck.
Hot shot.
You know what I mean?
Might be the play.
Like, we literally decide who gets practice. We kick all the mobile kids, they don't have practice.
So as you can see there, that was one of the owners of the Discord, and he was very annoyed at mobile players, so he thought, well, if we ban all of them, then we wouldn't be able to get any practice. Now, I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible. Obviously, I'm a mobile player, so I'm gonna be way biased to mobile versus console. Just keep that in mind, though. I'm gonna try to stay as unbiased as possible. But I think most of us could agree this is kind of dumb and just annoying, the fact that console players would go out of their way to ban all of us for literally doing nothing but killing them. So now what I heard was there was a lot of mobile players basically just W keying, but that's kind of our play style. Like, I know in the platform cups, mobile players would always just W key, and they were also claiming that they only banned the ones who were griefing, but 90% of us were basically just playing the scrims, and when they would die to us, they would, I guess, get extremely mad.
Landing on you. Mobile players, bro. Like, what the f? Got beams.
And I guess when they got mad, this resulted in them saying this: getting a lot of complaints about mobile players. I want to be fair, so I will do a vote. Thumbs up to keep mobile players, thumbs down to kick. And the vote ended up 87 of them saying to kick them to 70, so they kicked all of the mobile players. Now, the Fortnite guy actually tweeted this screenshot out saying, is this legit? Did the console scrim server just ban all mobile players? Now, of course it was legit, and someone actually replied to this tweet saying, well, it is a console scrim server, mobile isn't console, so... And the Fortnite guy replied to this person saying, well, mobile and console are going to be sharing lobbies in FNCS. It would make absolutely zero sense to ban them if they will be playing with them in tournaments. This would be like keyboard and mouse players banning all controller players from scrims. Now again, neither me or the Fortnite guy know the full story, but in my opinion, it sounds like the Fortnite guy is correct. There is absolutely no reason why console should have just banned us from the scrim service, since most of us did nothing wrong. Now, the person who runs the scrim server, Cartoon, actually replied saying, we are only kicking the ones who grief scrims. Now, I have no idea where this came from, because they banned Wilson, who I guarantee wasn't griefing. He was one of the best mobile players. Why would he want to grief one of these scrims? And from the outside view, it looks like they're almost trying to lie to kind of cover it up and make them look better. Now, why did they ban us? Again, it's not 100% clear, but some people are believing this is actually their reasoning. Roll it.
Saying like, oh, it's kind of embarrassing the fact that mobile will get 70k for the winning team and PC doesn't get that. Like that's like the tweets I was seeing. So I'm like, I don't understand. Like, you know.
It's not fair, bro. 120 FPS versus 60. That's like it's such a big difference. It's not fair at all.
But it's not even that. It's just the fact that after that they got aimbot. They like the mechanics are actually insane on fucking mobile.
No, I think everything would be fine if we had the same frames.
So here you can see they're basically just trying to point out the fact that we have more frames than them, but this wasn't it. They also claimed we have some kind of auto lock feature. Like, I don't even know what that means, but genuinely I think we all know if they are talking about auto fire is quite terrible. It's really not that good. But anyways, in this clip they obviously also claimed we have aimbot, but in my opinion I think console aim assist and mobile aim assist is probably about equal. If not, console's probably a little better than mobile. Now some people could also argue that mobile aim assist is overpowered, but we haven't really seen it much, but I don't really know. That's all your opinion. And now keep in mind, everything I just said is my opinion. You can have your own opinions, but in my opinion, this isn't really fair reasoning at all. But I still have a lot of respect for the console community. I could never, ever not have respect for them. The grinding they do, everyone playing Fortnite, we all have to grind. It takes a lot of work to try to make money, and I understand where all the drama's coming from. But again, I'm still trying to kind of figure out the reasoning as to why they just banned all of us mobile players. Now, a very well-known controller player tweeted out saying Epic shouldn't have mixed console and mobile. They have 120 FPS, we have 60 FPS. Where's the logic? And Ducky replied saying, okay, come on bud, you can't be serious. And Bizek replied saying, I'm serious. So Ducky responded saying, this is the only advantage mobile has versus console in my opinion. Did you tweet this for impressions or because you can't beat 120 FPS mobile players? Actually curious. And he replied saying, to be honest, I have no clue why this has so many likes. I didn't tweet it for that reason. But anyways, having double the FPS is a huge advantage. When the end games are stacked, 60 plus people third zone. In a Winter Royale format, this wouldn't be a big deal to me. And Ducky ended it by saying, fair reasoning. I would just say wait until the actual FNCS qualifiers happen before making assumptions. I have no clue what to expect from this tournament in terms of mobile versus console, so I'm just waiting until the first week of quals, to be honest. Now after hearing this perspective, I do definitely understand where console is coming from when they complain about us having 120 FPS. But mobile still has so many other disadvantages such as textures, render distance, aim assist. I could go on and on. Not to mention, mobile is never at a consistent 120 FPS in endgames. With the FNCS warm-ups, I was around like 80 FPS in the endgame since there were so many players. Now obviously that's still more than console, but it's just not as good as people actually make it out to be. But anyway, speaking of the FNCS warm-ups, Slays and I Am Noob actually placed first, and they weren't even close to second place. With elimination points themselves, they would have gotten 115 points, which would have been 3 points behind second place. Absolutely crazy. And it actually shows mobile is able to compete with console. And even Middle East was also won by a mobile player, Ultra, taking the win. In Asia, an iPhone duo actually got second. And NA East was also very strong with Bep, a mobile player, in second, and Wilson and Leroy in third. And in terms of the finals, for NA East, Mustache and Owen, an insane duo came in first, and NA West, Misty God came in first, meaning mobile players actually won the finals for NA West and NA East. But keep in mind, Xbox servers were actually down during the finals, so it might have not been 100% accurate. But still, console players and mobile players, you gotta be honest, good stuff coming from us. But after all this, bringing it back to the Fortnite guy, he actually tweeted again about us mobile players, saying, so, mobile players won NA East and NA West yesterday. What do you guys make of this? And people like Flash replied saying mobile players are better. But either way, super great performance for mobile, and you guys gotta keep in mind there were significantly more console players in this tournament than mobile, but we were still able to come out and play strong for the warm-ups. Now guys, there is just so much to cover with this drama, so I might actually make a part 2 later on, or maybe even in the next week's update video. But the drama between mobile and console is nowhere near done, and it's just as bad as PC and console. It's super crazy stuff. I'll actually put a funny meme I saw just showing how on PC and mobile players all hate on console players. And it is kind of true. Forever PC players have been hating on console players, and now mobile players are kind of on the train too. But honestly, in my opinion, we should all just come together. We're one community. I think it's important to just, work together. We're all trying to obtain the same goal. I know it gets very intense when money's on the line, but we gotta kind of work our best to try to just be nice to each other. I hate to sound all like a mom, but just try to be nice to each other, guys. That's all that matters. There's already so much stress in our life with the coronavirus and stuff like that. So guys, just be careful. I'm gonna say it one more time. But anyways, now to end off today's video, I'm gonna roll some clips from different popular streamers on their opinion on this whole mobile versus console situation. Like I think the Australian Antics and Liquid Chap said some comments on this, so I'll quickly roll that for you guys. But I truly hope all of you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to smash a like and subscribe with those post notifications on. And also, please use code golden in the shop to support what I do for you guys. It supports me so much, boys. I really appreciate it. But either way, enjoy the clips.
I got no idea about console initial. And I mean, mobile has to verse someone. If they're giving half the price for a console, I think having mobile play against them is only fair. And you know what I say to any console player that's complaining? The same thing every time I complain about aim assist that I hear. Just switch then.
How many floppers you got?
If mobile's so strong, we'll just go on mobile then, lol. It's the exact same thing I got told when I complained about aim assist. Just play on controller then if it's so much better. Just play on mobile. See, how does it feel?
Dance break.
Oh, they are, Ming. Legit. Console players are freaking out the fact they're versing mobile.
Big choke. It's all good. It's all good.
It almost goes. PC is greater than mobile, which is greater than console now, which is crazy. I can't believe the mobile players are dominating the console scene. It's kind of funny, to be honest.
In 16.